Like
Probably not with just the tier 2 version. If you had created like a new tier 3 or tier 4 version, then you would have a lot finer control.
Okay.
Okay, the recordings have started, or the recording and the stream, I should say.
Okay.
So we're good.
With a higher tier version of that spell, you would definitely be able to.
And that's actually another thing I had a question about. If you're creating higher, I know for 3 you can just create a new higher tier version of it, whatever is. But for like tier 4s, for example, say you're just trying to amplify this one spell. Like for example, let's take flight. You're trying to make flight instead of requiring a whole minute to cast. You want to make it take an action only. Would you need supporting spells for that, or are you just focusing on that spell?
You can make purely empowered spell that only has that's only based on that one spell. Remember, you don't absolutely need supporting spells for anything. The more supporting spells you have, the better the final spell can be. So it's always good to have more, but you don't necessarily need them. And if you're just trying to make a lower level spell stronger, then that's really all you need.
Okay.
Now, you can sometimes, depending upon what the spell is, the way that you would want to make it stronger is by having other supporting spell that would help as well with that. Note that, in general, I would suggest trying to come up with spells that cover your weaknesses instead of making this one spell better, because you're just spending more and more ability points on the same thing that you already spent ability points on, basically. So,
basically.
Because being able to, for example, use an action and fly, and as I fly around and just strike people with lightning, would be fucking amazing.
That you could be.
Yes, it would.
You could be insane.
You could be Storm.
Really?
Well, actually, Palpatine actually could fly.
Then why didn't he fly? That would have been amazing. Come on.
He kind of does a couple times. Not too many times in the movie. Like twice, you kind of see him glide more than fly. In games, he's been able to fly. Vader could actually fly, like legit fly.
Man, they needed to do that more.
Well, you gotta see.
I mean, it was like in the early '80s.
Yeah, no excuses. No excuses.
I mean, we see Vader glide during his battle against Luke on during Bespin.
Yeah, I guess so, but I mean, it's too short.
Yeah, it's way too short, but he could actually physically fly. And Dooku was actually very talented in it, too.
Okay,
Man,
so
they needed to show that
this was session 34, mini session 34.6, right?
Yes. Also,
Okay,
you'd be proud of me, Silco. I watched all of the Indiana Jones movies. So
proud.
Yes, I am ready to play his character.
Ah, damn.
I am totally prepared. I was like, I gave Matthew some side characters, but even though I know he won't use them, I just had to do it.
I never said I wouldn't use them.
Maybe you will.
I may end up, having them betray you or having them die a brutal death for no reason.
It wouldn't
but
be Indiana Jones unless you got betrayed. So
Yeah.
I can't think of a single Indiana Jones where he did not get betrayed in some fashion.
Yeah.
Now hold up. Here's a better question. Do you have a small Asian child running around following?
Short round. I didn't tell him about short round. That would be hilarious. That very funny. Oh god.
Oh goodness!
Yeah,
I
short
fucking hate
round.
so much. You're so fucking annoying.
We could also have him, with elephants, the little baby elephant. He's riding his little baby elephant.
Yes. All the yes.
I could do his voice too. That would be great.
I'm looking at... I could always introduce Ordo 2.0. I kind of want to... I really want to
2.0 Ordo. 2.0
I really... Ordo. In fact, he was a grappler. He can use a light sword and punch you in the face at the same time. I really like the concept of him. He just didn't have an opportunity to get fleshed out. Also because, he got massacred by wolves.
Maybe Ordo had a long-lost twin.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, simple enough.
Maybe he has a whole family of Ordos.
I'll come up with a different method.
26 Ordos, and all of their names are Ordo for some reason.
Ordo BC. I'm sure I can come up with.
Or maybe Odro. Odro, that's his name. Odro.
Doro.
His evil twin. Odro.
No. It's like
you just change the first letter of every fucking name.
You've seen that meme where it's like Dorito means small Doro.
Oh yeah.
Larger chip called the Doro.
Yeah, what was that called? Oh my god, let me find that image. The Doro.
Right now, I'm looking at. I can easily make him have 5 might, 5 agility, 5 vitality, and 1 mind. That'll
Here it
allow
is.
him to use a cutlass, have most of the unarmed skills. He'll be faster, so you have more AC than Ordo. Level 5, he would have 1,000 gold, so it's not like he needs. How much is a cut?
Here's what you're looking for. Legendary snack called the Doro. Yes.
Let's see, a cutlass is 750, and how much are brass knuckles? 120. I mean, that's totally doable. All you gotta do is make him, and you'll have the money in order to buy both of his weapons and
Hello? I've apparently got a network issue. Huh.
No,
I don't
it's Discord.
No, it's not Discord. My stream is saying there was a network error. Please try again. Let's refresh my dashboard and see if it's...
Okay, I switched this over to US Central, see if it works better.
No, it's not that. No, I'm talking
Well, I was mainly talking about in terms of Silco breaking up every now and then.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
I don't know
There we go,
why
it's
the
working now.
board has been a pain. This isn't a real piece of shit lately.
Yeah.
Ordo? What?
No, it's not Ordo.
Ordo's a
I
little
don't
piece of shit lately. Yeah, fuck Ordo.
Constantly complaining about being eaten by wolves.
Yeah, I can easily do this. I can make it. I'll have 130 coin. I can easily get both my weapons and have Brigandine armor, and I'll have like 80 coin left. That's enough to get by and get some basic shit.
Oh, man. Dude, I've
I can
been
easily
like...
buy.
Mhm.
I can buy a tent. I can buy a backpack. I can buy a few like things. I don't need much. Really don't.
Oh, man. So, with Indy, I've had him
That could be fun.
get a whip and brass knuckles because he punches so many people. It felt wrong not to give him a bludgeoning.
I'd also notice that you have. Well, what I don't understand is you have him have a round shield too, but you also have him have Pugilist.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't know if I really want this round shield. I've thought about that too. The problem is, like, to be able to use Pugilist, he needs to put up the whip.
You have an
So-
offhand.
And, well, no, with Pugilist, you only get the bonus if you're unarmed, right?
Oh,
You
okay,
get
yeah.
you only get the AC bonus.
But you can
with
use
arm.
the-
You get all the offensive
Yeah.
bonus no matter what.
That's true, yeah. But that's why I'm saying, like, I don't get the bonus AC anyway unless I put the whip up, so might as well have a round shield.
Well, because you have 5 agility, so you already have. You're gonna have what 15
Yeah, 15 AC, 16 when he puts his whip up, and then 17 in a stance. So he'd be pretty tough
So,
to hit
yeah.
in a stance, but
Yeah, and then you can hang out to the whip for whenever you're not in an immediate. Because he doesn't really use. The problem is he doesn't use the whip as an offensive weapon. He uses it more as utility.
yeah, that's true in the movies. But I mean, I want to fight with a whip. That's actually the original reason I was like, I want to use a whip character, and then I was like, the character I think of when I think of whips is Indiana Jones. So it's like I want to make an Indiana Jones character. That was the logic for me. So it just doesn't make sense for me to make a character so I can use a whip, and then he doesn't use the whip.
Yeah.
I want to actually fight with it. And there's some pretty cool ways to fight with the whip. Like, you can, one of the ways I was thinking was going into flanking dodge, backing up to 15 feet max distance, letting someone have an attack of opportunity against you. They can attack you, and then you can immediately whip them for the extra 1d4 and then plus the extra flanking dodge damage.
Right.
And I just figured stuff like that would be a lot of fun. Of course, he can also just do 2 attacks with the whip by using his regular attack and then 15 more movement to do a bonus action attack.
Can you do that with a whip? I actually need...
He updated it fairly recently to describe like how
it's still a work in progress. It may see further adjustment, but at the moment, if you go all the way to the very bottom of the entire handbook,
literally the last thing.
Consider light weapon, a little bit of damage giant attacking for tier. Well, how many flexible weapons are there? There's just the whip right now, right?
Just the whip, and you can use a chain as one as well.
Oh, okay, that's right. I remember the chains could be them.
So chains, are they a 15-foot reach as well?
To whip, depending on length.
I think they're 10 feet because the chain is 10 feet.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's still, I mean, how much do chains do? I'm actually curious.
I think they were a tier 2 whip.
They're going to be weaker than a whip because a whip is actually designed
to whip
do
things.
That. Is not.
Well, no, like it was a 2 whip. That's what I meant.
Chains would also deal bludgeoning damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of slashing. But yeah, I just think it'll be a fun experiment. I can't wait to fight with him.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And that's one of the things why I feel like
one of the reasons you feel like Ordo what?
Didn't get much of a chance is because grapple wasn't
extremely good. Grapple's going to be receiving additional changes at some point in the future. I want to add in another skill.
That's going to make me want to have a grapple. Half his shit was grappling you, so you can then proceed to stab the shit out of you, but it's kind of hard to do that when he fails all his grapple attempts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude.
It also didn't help that you were fighting. What all fights did he even get involved in? Only a handful.
He got involved in Tiantra fights. Tiantra fights, but the first Tiantra fight he spent most of his time running.
Yeah, you guys had to run for both of the Tiantra fights for the most part. You couldn't really just stand still and grapple somebody.
Yeah, we never really got an opportunity to really do much as far as combat goes. Wolves happen, and then he just got fucked by wolves.
Yeah. That was such a sad way to die. Poor Ordo.
Yeah. That's why I feel like he could, especially because I would want to get reckless at how be able to grapple. So every time I grapple somebody, I would reckless attack for that extra damage dice.
Yeah.
And just be fucking nasty. And Cutlass is slash. Brass knuckles, that way he has a bludgeon.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this when you were here, but one of the things like that would be pretty sick for Ka, since he only does piercing damage right now, he could get he could get like brass knuckles as well. And then I thought there was a way he could do slashing damage too. I can't remember.
What if he had...
Oh, with the Pyroforged Claws! Yeah, because the Pyroforged Claws do slashing damage. So if he got all 3 of those things, he could do all 3 different types of damage.
What if he had his claws modified? Because they're claws, that means you can slash and pierce with them. What if he had it modified where you can lift up the claw, and underneath the claw was a ring, or some type of plate in order for it to do bludgeoning damage? As this is a slashing and piercing. He uses a bonus action or something, or even maybe a free action, just lift up the claws, and he has brass knuckles down on his gauntlets.
So his claws can like fold back, and he can punch him with the metal plate. That'd be sick.
And so you can like lift him up, and there's just a metal plate right there for bludgeoning. I would totally modify that. I mean, it depends on how much Myth is willing to let us modify weapons. Like, for example, we have to figure out whether or not Tracing can modify his shield to put a spike on it, so he does piercing.
Custom weapons! Just build a rifle!
That'd be totally up to Myth.
Oh, God.
Because I'm not, for Honor, they just introduced a new hero called the Black Prior, and he has a giant kite shield. and on the kite shield at the top right and left corners are these spikes that he uses to punch people's arms off with. Somehow, just go with it.
Punching arms off.
He literally, well, not, he shield bashes a dude's arms off.
Ah!
One of his
Fuck!
one of his executions. It makes no sense. It's amazing. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Let me find his executions.
Yeah, Discord's being an asshole right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's up with Discord. Right? Okay, here we go. Here's execution and emote. Let me see once this fucking goes away. What the timestamp is for it. God, even my YouTube is fucking up right now. Go to 1 minute, Casey. Or
Okay.
1 minute 5.
1 minute. What the hell?
He punched his arm off with the spikes on his shield.
And then he like cut the guy's throat with the bottom of it. My God.
That's what I'm like. So let me do that with my shield.
Jesus Christ.
If you go to 1:30, you just see him be even more gruesome.
My God. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. The Centurion is what Ordo is based off of. The Centurion in this game.
Oh man, I love that final execution they have on there, where he lays the
where he
guy's head on the
yeah.
shield, or bashes against the shield, and then he, does the execution chop.
Yeah, when I was creating Ordo, I was totally basing him off Centurion for this game. Because he's a Roman Centurion without a shield, but he still has the gladius, so he punches people with his other. When he's ambidextrous too, like an actual Centurion's word, and so he will punch people with his offhand, or he'll throw heavy haymakers and hit people with the pommel of his gladius. It's fucking amazing. He'll get you in all these grapples and then proceed to punch the shit out. Like one of his moves is he can grapple you, like he just straight up grabs you by your collar, brings you in, and then he can proceed to beat you with his pommel.
That's bloody, and yes,
It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, let me see if I can find the clip of me doing it. It's just fucking disgusting.
So did you want to do the mini session, Matthew?
Yeah, so I needed to double check some things because
okay.
I was not really ready to do the Aiden stuff today.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if you forgot or what the plan was.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have started the recording yet. I like how you rounded the edges for this for this
They're actually not rounded. They're just
I know
one
they're
of the sides of the hex.
well, they're not, technically rounded, but it's still clearly like you made them more rounded. You understand
Yes.
what I'm saying? You cut the edge so that it looks more rounded.
Exactly.
Fancy.
That's one word for it.
Mm-hmm. Top quality right here. He spares no expense.
Okay. So I double checked what I needed to double check, so I think I'm good to go.
Oh man.
Okay, so we are going back in time a little bit. I
We
think
have
this
to
is
go back.
yeah. We're gonna go to right after the attack on the This is gonna be after the attack on the Archmage. So this is back on day 98, which I
So
think is prior to Jaster becoming an Archmage. This is just
Yeah,
as you
Not
guys
that-
are getting onto the riverboat.
put upon it anyway.
you mean an
Say again?
archangel?
What did I say?
You said archmage.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're totally an Archmage. Didn't you?
Yeah, the plot has been revealed.
Jaster is the in-game boss, actually.
Yeah, he was actually the final boss the whole time.
Let's go. Bring it, bitches.
Okay, so
It's not gonna have any input upon it anyway.
yeah, I mean, it's like, well, you got yourself in a situation, Aiden. Fuck you.
Like him being a lower archangel versus him being a greater angel, there's not going to be any major difference.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's see. The fight with the Archmage happened on day 98. And at some point after the battle, when Aiden had been burned to the state of unconsciousness and he
Oh Jesus, man!
barely survived, he now finds himself waking up coughing, seemingly fluid in his throat or something.
Can
He's
I
having
see?
a hard.
Can I
He's having a
see?
little bit of a hard time breathing.
We're recording this. Can I see?
I don't have a map prepared for this.
Damn! Come on, man. I thought it spared no expense.
Like I said, I wasn't really ready to do this today. This is kind of an impromptu thing, okay? If you guys want the full feature, we would have to reschedule this. But anyway, so Aiden wakes up coughing. He tries to bring his hands up to his mouth, but immediately finds that they're restrained. And he realizes that he's been captured.
And he's severely burned, so he's probably in intense pain.
He's certainly not in a comfortable situation for that and another reason as well. So he finally clears his throat and takes a look around himself. But he has a bit of a hard time getting a clearer vision of his surroundings, partially because the room is kind of dark. But after a moment, he realizes that he's not just restrained. It appears that he's partially embedded into the solid stone floor.
Holy crap!
His hands are seemingly vanishing into the floor around his forearms, and only half of his calves are visible.
What the hell?
It's an exceedingly uncomfortable position.
So is
And
he
he's
like?
complete-
So
his only realization is that some sort of magic must have been used.
Well, I'm trying to get a better visualization. So it's like he was standing on it, but he sunk into the ground up to his calves, and then his hands were also sunk into the ground, or
So,
what?
I was thinking more like he's like on his back and he's sunk into it.
Sort of. He's like, let's see. I guess it's like a crab crawling situation. If you put yourself in that position,
Yeah, that's
it's
really
sunk in about 6 inches or so.
Oh, that is
So
really
he-
uncomfortable.
He's like sitting on his ass, with his calves and hands embedded
Got
in
it.
the ground.
I got it now.
Are these upper legs or lower legs that you're talking about?
His calves.
I
His
don't-
lower legs.
Okay, calves or lower? I don't know. I mean,
Like his shins.
I guess they're hips, upper, whatever.
What? Okay. Thighs. Thighs.
Thighs. That's it. Thighs. I knew it. I got it.
Okay. So anyways, he realizes that he's been magically embedded into the floor, and I'd imagine he gives a silent curse at the ridiculousness of this situation.
Yeah, he's not very happy about this right now. He's like, what the fuck? What is this nonsense?
Ah, magic.
Yeah, he pays a bit of attention to his surroundings. He realizes he's in a room which is about 20 feet by 20 feet or so.
I'll be right back.
But it's almost completely empty. There's a chair and a simple desk a few feet away, but pretty much completely barren. There's not really any light. You're like able to tell from like there's a door, and there's light coming from around the cracks of the door, which is giving you a very faint outline of the your surroundings. There's no windows or anything to this room. And let's see. All of your equipment is gone. You're left with just your pants and a shirt on. Let's see. So, yeah. What do you do?
Put him as unarmed. That way I know if his AC is in the event something happens.
Okay, I'm back.
I don't know if Aiden can break free. I mean, he'll struggle, I'm sure, to try to break free. But I don't know if he can even do that because of how much pain he's going to be from third-degree burns all over his body.
So you try to maneuver around a little bit, getting as much leverage as you can in this very awkward situation to pull up one of your arms, but it appears pretty much rock solid. You would need a miracle to try to break out of this.
A miracle, you say? Yeah. As an angelic influence?
Just make a divine guidance roll. Yes, for the save.
It could be an attempt. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but
okay.
You succeed the might check.
Yeah, you might crack the stone and break a few bones at the same time.
Yeah. It was a couple bones compared to your third-degree burn.
I mean, hey, if you really wanted to get free, yeah, you could just break both your legs and your hands off, and yeah, you'll be free.
Just step it up.
Careful what you wish for, I guess, in that situation. But
yeah.
So,
step it up, guys.
Is there a guy that came into the room or something?
Nope, not yet. He's completely alone.
Oh.
So, try to not even bother making a roll. I mean, he just struggled to be like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck here.
I guess nothing to do now but whistle.
Yeah. I mean, if he can't get free after struggling, and he's caught in this ridiculous position, and there's nothing in the room, it's completely empty, he's just forced to sit there and wait. I don't see what else he's supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the situation he's in.
You aren't given very many options here.
Yeah, he doesn't have many options. This is a bad situation to be in. This is not something that you want to wake up to, I will tell you that.
You seen that from personal experience?
Yes. He knows. He understands.
Hasn't everybody been in a situation like this?
Not quite.
Not yet, at least. But, everybody gets it once or twice.
Yeah, everybody gets their arms and legs embedded into the ground every now and then. It happens.
Well, inside of a crowd walk position.
Yeah.
Who's a sadistic bastard who put him in a crowd walk?
Okay. So as he waits for something to change in the situation,
does he whistle?
Some time passes by, and it ends up being several hours of silence before something actually happens. Eventually, you hear some footsteps approaching. The door opens wide, and someone carries a candle into the room and sets it onto the desk that's a few feet away. You can recognize the person as... This is would have been over a month prior. This is before you guys went to the tournament. When a few of you came by the Archmage's place to check about selling some gems. If you remember doing that.
Yeah, I know exactly.
The guy that that interviewed.
Okay, it appears to be one of the Archmage's disciples, the one that you guys talked to about selling gems.
Is that the one that I severely wounded with an arrow, or was that the other Archmage disciple?
No, this is not the one that you shot with an arrow.
Oh, okay.
So was Aiden actually there for that?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So the people that went to sell the gems were Theodard, Erg, Aiden, and Trayson.
So, like, everybody that was involved in this whole thing.
Basically.
Oh, God.
And plus, not just Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny wasn't there yet. Oh, my God. Okay, so what does he...
Okay, so he comes in, sets that on the desk, and sits down in the chair, and then he turns to you. And he says...
Unlimited power!
No, then he just sinks you through the ground all the way up to your neck. No, I'm joking. Let's.
I mean, I hope not. He'll kill me. I need my chest to compress and decompress to get air inside of it.
I mean, you know.
Might be kind of hard to breathe.
Yeah, when my rib cage can't move.
Just fight your way through it, man.
Yeah,
I
just
believe.
struggle.
Yeah.
You've been through worse, haven't you, Aiden?
I don't know if he has. I honestly don't think he's been worse than this. He's been inside Imperial prison. They treat you like shit there.
Oh, he's been in Imperial prison?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Okay,
that's
there's
news for me. I didn't know.
Thing, actually, I need to double check.
Yeah, he has a criminal background. He was a street urchin, got caught, thrown in prison, and was offered an opportunity to pay back his debt to society in
Oh.
service.
Hey, what a guy.
I mean, it being in prison
Yeah.
where he's getting flogged.
Yeah, that's
Or
not
death.
good. Flogging is not recommended.
Yeah, no. Let's see, do I still have... I never actually wrote down his backstory on the spreadsheet. Oh well, doesn't matter.
So I'm trying to remember. When you guys went to sell gems, so you guys give this guy your name?
No. We just said we were part of the venture. And
Yeah.
we were hitting up your thing. At no point did anyone give them their names.
Oh.
I have no memory, so I don't know. I mean, that was too long
Yeah.
ago.
I remember it fairly well.
Yeah. Seems reasonable. So the disciple will sit down, turn to you, and say, "Good afternoon. I'm the second disciple of Archmage Marani. You can call me Cliff. What's your name?"
The big red dog?
God damn it. I'm trying to figure out like just how much in pain is Aiden in from his burns. I'm trying to figure 30 burns hurt a lot. Would he even really be able to hold the conversation in that much pain?
Does he just scream? Ah!
I mean, saying third-degree burns earlier was kind of flavor,
Oh, okay.
not necessarily are you covered in third-degree burns.
Okay, that makes things a little more
I mean, there was no way you would have been able to stabilize your condition if you were
30 degree.
covered in that much fire.
So like first degree, with some second degree.
Probably mostly first and secondary. Yeah.
Okay. So that's still pretty painful, but not horrible.
So he's only screaming a little
You're
bit.
certainly in pain.
Yeah.
You're probably not completely crippled.
Just mostly.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh god, what would he even say in this situation? Got some water? Kind of thirsty here.
In between screams.
In between painful grunts and yeah, basically.
Water. Need water.
Please, water.
Burns, pain, hurt, much.
He will reply with, "The more cooperative you are, the better you'll be treated. So, start talking."
Hard to talk. Need water. Like I would imagine he's very, very parched and he has kind of dried out.
Fire can do that.
Yeah, it's certainly not a pleasant situation.
Yeah, no. Fire definitely tends to dry you out. And I doubt they've given him any water since he was burnt.
Yeah, no, definitely not. He'll sit back and once again ask you for your name.
Name's Water. Last name Need It.
He's just gonna shake his head a little bit. He's like, "We're not in much of a hurry.
I
If you
kind
need
of
some
am.
more time to decide, then we can come back later."
If there is a later,
All right. He's going to wait about 5 or 6 seconds, then stand up and carry the candle out. I assume you just be quiet as he leaves? Okay.
Like, not much.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Aiden's trying to see if he will at least cure some of their wounds before he starts speaking. I mean, he already counts himself as dead at this point.
Yeah. So, more time passes. Probably a few more hours. And the same disciple returns. Sits down. He notes that before he only came with a candle. Now he has the candle and a glass of water.
Oh, is he going to start
As he
sipping
sets it onto the floor about a foot away from you.
I thought it'd be cooler if he just started sipping it. And you're like, yeah, this is nice. Yeah. You want some water? I mean, yeah. It'd be nice if you talk.
He'll sit down and once again. So, let's start with your name.
Trying to think of a fake name. Name's Cal.
Ripken?
No.
He's going to just shake his head a little bit. He's like,
Why not use Cal Ripken's name? It doesn't matter.
Because I don't know who that is.
Wait, you don't know who Cal Ripken Jr. was?
Not off the top of my head.
Baseball player. Very famous.
Oh, dude,
Very good.
I'm horrible with names, dude.
That's okay.
I am absolutely horrible.
That's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
everybody gets one. Okay, so he will shake his head and you get the distinct impression he doesn't believe you.
Well, I mean, if he already knows my name, doesn't make much of a difference what the fuck I tell him.
Here you go. This is Cal Ripken Jr. 19-time All-Star.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, this is starting to job. I remember faces better than I remember names.
So after he shakes his head for a few seconds, he'll say, he's like, this is to see how well you cooperate. If you do not cooperate, then, you're free to sit there, so your choice.
I mean, the way I see it...
Does it count as sitting there?
I mean, yeah, I don't know if that counts as sitting there.
It's more like laying. I don't know.
Aiden will respond, well, the way I see it, either A, I'm going to die of thirst, or B, you're not going to get anywhere, or B, you can give me some water and we can see where this goes. Because I don't know about you. I don't know if you've ever been burnt before. It dries you out.
He's going to conjure a small flame on the end of his fingers, like, while learning magic, yes, I've occasionally been burned. I am well aware how unpleasant it can be. And I think that you've gotten a glimpse of just how unpleasant that can be. So, how about a name?
Name's Cal, man. Water, please?
Insight roll.
Now he's going to step up from the chair, grab the water, guess he's just going to pour it over your head.
Oh, he doesn't just gulp it down?
Nah.
Damn. I guess he's not thirsty.
Not really. He's going to just pour it over your head. And wait a few seconds to see if you say any response. If not, he's going to walk out.
As he's walking out, Aiden will just say, Bring more, please. I got the rest of my body to fucking get drenched.
Okay, so time passes, and it appears. So his first arrival, he said good afternoon to you. The second time he got here, he didn't say what time of day it was, but you presume it was probably evening or so. The next time that he comes is not for at least 12 hours or so. Time has passed by this point, and you presume it to be the next day.
I don't even know if you can sleep in that position.
Not really. Not a very good position to be in for sleep. Let's see.
Well, I mean, if I'm like this, I can at least. I'm assuming I'm high enough to where my calves are in. I can actually. I think I'm low enough where I can actually rest my head on the floor.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
With how your arms are, you would not be able to bend your elbows and shoulders in the position needed. Not
Need
unless you are
visualization.
exceedingly flexible.
Need visualization. Please draw.
Please draw.
Draw for me, stick figure. I would love to see it.
Okay, let's see. So,
I need this for my immersion.
imagine this to be the floor.
Mm-hmm.
My immersions.
The arms coming up.
Oh my god.
He's actually gonna joke.
Oh no. Oh, rest in
Yeah,
peace, Aiden.
there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is very awkward, yes.
Oh, okay. That makes more.
So his butt's on the ground, but that's about it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I was thinking more like, I don't know. I was thinking more of his limbs were were further more out, and that his arms were more sank in.
No, it's really just your hands and feet.
Got it.
Wouldn't your arms give out eventually after that? Because
He's on his ass. If he was not on his ass, then yes.
I mean,
But
still, eventually your arms would give out from that.
Yeah.
They
I mean, he's
would.
able to lean forward a bit more.
Okay, it's kind of hard to tell.
Like, yeah, the steepness of the back there was not really representative.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. I like he just made it black to cover up the fucking.
You see nothing.
Okay.
No, because I can do a polygon reveal, which allows me to do any shape, but I can only do square can only hide things in a square area for some reason.
Oh, they don't
That's
have
weird.
polygon hide. That's
Unfortunately
strange.
not. That is a gross oversight by them.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's kind
Come on,
of
guys.
yeah. It's annoying.
Come on, guys.
So you gotta like cut squares out that you can't see, and then you gotta do the polygon reveal to make them actual polygons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pain.
Oh, and
in the
there's
ass.
even more oversights with their recent update a couple weeks ago. They made several errors in how they messed with Fog of War.
Aw,
Yeah.
rest in
Let's
peace,
see.
120.
Like, unfortunately, thankfully, the players can't see it, but it messes things up sometimes for GMs.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's see. So, the next morning, Cliff is going to once again come back, and he has another glass of water this time.
He doesn't bring in his breakfast and eat it in front of him?
No.
Damn, man, he's not cool at all. Like, he's kind of boring.
You're
Man,
not trying to torture him.
what? Why not?
What? I mean, to be fair, also Aiden wouldn't be overly hungry if he was hungry at all. I mean, they ate before they left.
Oh, I don't know how long it's been. I'm just like that. That would. I
It's
mean,
been-
that's what I would do if I was this cliff guy. I'd be like
It's
eating in
been
front of him, like, "Hey,
almost 36 hours by this point.
you want a spoonful,
no,
buddy?
yeah, Aiden.
You want a spoonful? Oh, too bad." Mm.
Maybe that guy just eating a steak in front of him.
Now that's
Yeah.
just cruel and unusual punishment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just cut it right by his face, like literally, like right by his head. Just sit
Just
down.
use its nest as
A table. Yes.
table.
That doesn't sound very smart. That's just asking for a headbutt.
Yeah. Although I question how far he can sling his head forward, with the neck. But
On my chest.
he can definitely knock the plates off his chest, though, like for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that would
Yeah,
still be
just
hilarious. The idea of like,
Headbutt his face into a knife. That'd be a good idea.
or you could like stiff his arms and legs up so that he can't move, and then he's just like, or his neck as well, so he's literally just stuck watching it.
He's in a perfect table situation.
See, this is the kind of stuff I would do, and I am disappointed by Clifford's just lack of creativity.
Oh my god. Well, they're not very good.
Yeah.
Good at torture and interrogation, apparently. Oh my god. I really want to interrogate someone on a DOS. I really want.
So anyway,
So much fun. So much.
he comes in with another glass of water. Once again, asks for your name.
And I'll be
He's
right
just gonna
back.
He's just gonna keep calling him, saying his name is Cal. I don't know what this guy's. I mean, Aiden doesn't know what he's hoping to get out of him. He's not gonna give him his name. I mean, Aiden's gonna say, "I don't know why you think I'm lying to you. I have literally nothing to gain by lying right now. My name's fucking Cal, man."
He's going to look to you. He's like, "Sure, you don't have anything to gain by lying, yet you continue to do so."
And I'm lying based off of what?
He takes from his pocket and sets something onto the desk in front of him. Can't really see it very well, but he then turns it on his side so that you can see it, and it appears to be your Adventurers Guild registration card.
Well, that's awkward. Would I have really taken that? Of what? Because I didn't explicitly state that I didn't bring it? You motherfucker.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. Yeah, I mean, all right, then I guess I gotta pay more attention to what I explicitly say I don't and do not take now. Whenever
As far as I was aware, he brought literally everything he owned with him.
I would imagine he wouldn't, but hey.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense, but nobody even took anything from the inn that had belonged to him. Everything belonging to Aiden was just completely forgotten about as soon as he was captured.
In my defense, I kind of was too busy with the dust.
Yeah.
And we also had like another week. I think we like a week break or something. I don't know how long the break was.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, so that kind of
But even without that, because of your first arrival when you guys were selling gems, he knew you were with the guild.
mm-hmm.
And considering he had your had a description of you, he could take that to the guild and potentially get information from that anyways.
That's very true.
I mean, it would probably be a slower process for them to do so, but
Yeah.
so after
I'm trying to think if I gave him the full name, or it would just be Aiden. I don't know if he would make up a last name for him.
I mean, I don't think he's not from a prominent family, is he?
No, he's not. He's from a fucking dirt village, so I guess Braylon
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
I mean, Trayson probably would. I think you mentioned Trayson specifically did not because his family's prominent.
Yeah,
But yeah, for Aiden, it doesn't really make a difference.
that's
I
true.
mean, there's plenty of people in this region that are from Meridia.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like that would mark him or anything like that as some
Exactly. Yeah.
or something.
That's true. He shows me the identification card.
Yep.
Well, that's fucking awkward. That's Aiden saying that's fucking awkward.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
So he's going to look at you and look down at the card. So, what did you say your name was again?
Oh, you meant my name? I think that's my dad's name. Now, Cal's my dad.
You're not an understanding. Ah, of course. I can see the confusion.
Yeah, we kind of look similar, except for the burns. Actually, now that you mention it, he could be burnt to death. He probably did die of burns. Now that I think about it. His village was raided, remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you apparently had a bad relationship with his dad, and good to know.
No, he was a good relationship with his parents. It's too bad they died from raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah, it feels bad.
Rip.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for making me look like my dad. Appreciate it.
He's just gonna roll his eyes. He's like, that probably runs in the family.
Well, that's just.
I just realized I revealed this area a little bit incorrectly. Ooh.
Yeah, but now your corner is not perfect anymore.
Yeah, but
Now that's what bug you.
yeah, but it can be lived with.
Can it though? Can it truly?
Okay, fine. Fortunately, I have to do it like this
Oh god!
and do everything from scratch again.
Are you serious?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8. Because this is one of the other issues that they introduced with the revamp a couple weeks ago.
Okay, now I gotta check what it had on it now. See, yeah. I didn't have much.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, he didn't really have much, except for that Adventures Guild card. Yeah, that's awkward. Yeah, next time, I definitely will make sure to state I will not be taking things that identify me. I didn't think I had to state that, but there I get for assuming.
Yep. Okay, so he's then going to ask him the next question. So, who were the ones who assisted you in the attack?
Those guys? I don't know, man. I was planning to do this by myself, and then some of these dudes showed up. I don't know what the fuck that was about. That was weird.
He's gonna just impatiently tap a finger on the table. He's like, you realize that the four of you came to sell us gems over a month ago. You're breaking up a little bit. Say that again.
Would they really be able to recognize this myth?
I mean, he would definitely be able to recognize Erg.
Erg's Erg. Theo, I feel like you wouldn't. I don't know if you ever got a good view of Theo.
I mean, you guys were sitting around a table, so it's not like he was hiding.
I'm talking about during the attack.
Oh, true. Yeah, he probably didn't recognize Theo, but Erg, he would definitely be able to get a good description of Erg from the guards, and
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Trayson already had his heavy armor at that point, right?
Yes.
When you guys were selling gems?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty generic European-style heavy armor. How identifying could that really be?
He wears heavy armor. Find all people with heavy armor.
Right? I mean, that's not... Holy... I mean, there's no one else in all of Aynor who has heavy armor. Except for all those Tiantra brutes.
Okay, then he'll reword that to say that several of you came to sell them gems over a month ago.
man, you think I keep the same? You would keep the same friends every month? World's crazy.
Actually, wait, there's only one of the guards that would have recognized Urg. The other two they attacked died. The others couldn't really see him because they were too far away. Urg never got close enough to the rest of them.
Like 30 feet away? What?
No, there was only one guard that was really close to him. And I'm saying the others were too far away considering that it was dark, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
30 feet away and it's dark. Like, I understand if he was in the light of the house, but really there's only one guard that could see him properly. And that was the guard that got away when they were fighting.
The front area was well lit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you guys were fighting in front of the stables to the side, that area was dark. I mean, the patrolling guards did have a torch of their own, but the area itself wasn't well lit. But the area around the front gate and front entrance was well lit.
Oh, so they would have been able to notice everybody that attacked.
Your initial charge was in the light.
Okay, well then, yeah, they'd recognize everybody pretty much. I mean, Johnny and Urg and Trayson's armor.
Well, they had never met Johnny before that. It was because Johnny never sold them gem.
Well, I'm talking about a physical description for later.
Yes,
they would only have
physical description.
People took the helmet off. He would have the faceplate down the entire time to help hide his face.
Yeah. Though Aiden didn't see that, so.
Yeah.
So what did I miss? What's going on? They're around a table? Like they took him out of the ground?
No.
He's on the table and he's getting impatiently tapping on the table to show him impatience. And then yeah. What was the last thing said? I think it was.
So you had said that you had just met the other people that you did this attack with, and he's like, you realize that several of you came to sell us gems a month prior to that. It was obviously premeditated.
I mean, I'm not lying. I did just meet these people. To be fair.
What is just meet though? I mean, does that mean a month ago?
Like a month. I mean, I wouldn't say just met, but you just recently met someone like a month ago.
Yeah, that's probably a more apt way to put it. Like just met implies maybe in the last couple days or something.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I was like, to be fair, I really don't. So who are they? I mean, is that you're asking philosophically?
Murder hobos.
Basically.
Other than them, they're just some random murder hobos I met on the way.
Ah, man. Who like shiny things.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of shiny things.
You got shiny things, we want your shiny things.
That's usually how the world works. So Aiden will say, you know what, it's really hard to recall when I haven't slept in a while, mostly due to this fairly uncomfortable position and the burns across my body. So, that would be extremely helpful.
Like I said the first time when I came in here, the more cooperative you are, the better you'd be treated. So far, you have not been cooperative whatsoever. So, don't get your hopes up. He is then going to stand up and head out.
Love our talks.
Okay.
Give me no fucking options. Oh, they fucking escape this.
He doesn't have very many tools to escape from the situation. That is very true. magically embedding somebody into the floor is kind of a hard counter.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit.
Easy, just get a hammer in your teeth and bang against the ground repeatedly.
Yeah.
It's got to be a really big hammer.
I mean, I don't see like even if I'm just trying to think like even if like Aiden is constantly struggling against it, just trying to loosen the ground around him, it's fucking stone. I don't know how much good that would do. I mean, I would imagine after the first few hours of trying, would he see any progress at all, Beth? Just constantly struggling.
So like trying to slowly widen or loosen the stone a little bit, you know, like twisting your hand just a millimeter at a time as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you notice is that it chafes like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I guess it would do a little bit of good of distracting you from the pain of the burns by adding more pain to your hands and feet.
Yeah. I know how that works. I mean, it does work. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I've done it. It works wonders.
You get the impression that if you continued to slowly work on them and loosen them over the course of several weeks, you might make some progress.
It's like using your fingernails to try and dig a hole in a stone wall.
Yeah. Like I said, like if it was dirt, I mean one thing, but stone, that's not really gonna do a whole lot. It's not
Yeah,
I
like
can
if you were
just-
trapped in sand, this wouldn't be a problem, you know.
Yeah. Like, I can just bullshit my way until I finally get out or loosen myself out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really much of an option here, so I can't bullshit my way enough to do that. Man, that sucks.
Okay, so I think that I presume that Aiden will continue to be as cooperative as he has been thus far. Is that safe to assume?
I mean, it depends on how much he can get out of him. At least he got some water. So there's that.
I mean, he poured the water over his head. It's not like you got to drink it.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, you licked up a little from your lips and stuff. You got a couple droplets.
Yeah.
Isn't he about reaching the point, though, where he'd really need water just to survive? Like, I thought you could only last a few days without water.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I said, it's been 36 hours.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I
dehydration.
It's 2 days without
After
water.
After 36 hours, you can't do long rests. After about 60 hours, you can't do short rests. But you don't actually start suffering any damage from it until 84 hours. So
In this game, people hold water a lot longer.
Yeah,
Very-
only 3.5 days.
Oh, that's 3.5 days? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're supposed to drop dead after 3.
Depends on the environment.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if you're in an environment where you're sweating, or you're very physically active, so you're breathing out a lot of water vapor, then yes, you would dehydrate faster. But you're not really moving anywhere, and you're not in a desert, so you're not sweating or anything. I think that your sweat pores are probably destroyed from the burns anyway, so you can't really sweat.
I can't sweat. But that would only dehydrate me more from being burnt.
I mean, the burns don't continue to dehydrate you afterwards.
No, but the body is trying to repair, so it would only dehydrate me trying to repair itself, and on top of that, all the fucking water I lost from being burnt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I have not quantified or done research to figure out how much water such a burn would affect you with, but it would not be more than a pint.
What about I don't remember. So in game, obviously this hasn't been quantified, but what about like healing the burns, like your body trying to repair them? That would also, I presume, consume water.
I mean, what would eventually happen is the body would realize that you don't have enough water to do that, and it would just stop.
Yeah, once you reach that point, but it would drain a lot of water until it reached that point.
Yeah.
And then it'd
Yeah,
be
it was
like,
the first
shit,
2
I'm
days or
running out of
so it would
water.
be doing. Okay, so anyways, presuming that Aiden doesn't give in and start actually talking,
No.
yeah, didn't think so. So
That
we will
military
fast
training.
forward a couple days.
I mean, he's a trained assassin. They would train him against interrogation.
Yeah. So
And then we bring in the
after
kinky
another,
Oh, sorry. What? Mhm.
what was that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I was gonna say after about another day or so, um, Cliff himself does not come for the next visit. It appears to be it's just one of the guards walks in instead, and it appears that they've relented and they give you food and water.
Hey, BP!
So I heard your name was Cal. Are you related to that Ripken guy I've heard about?
Yeah,
Man,
he died
wow.
in a village attack.
Ah, by people carrying clubs that were shaped oddly and
Very oddly.
swinging
What?
those clubs and hitting little balls that they made that had rubber on the inside.
And
But they
rocks.
turned out to actually be bombs.
And that's what caused the fire. It was really weird.
Wow, thanks, man. Appreciate this info. I didn't know what happened to
I'll
Ripken.
go and write a book about it.
Yeah, make sure to give me credit.
Stories according to Cal.
I'll expect my royalties. No, so they just send the one guard in?
Yeah, the one guard comes and gives you food and water.
Okay.
Does-
Well,
Does
actually,
he,
never
like,
mind.
feed
I
him
was gonna
apple
say,
slices by like dropping them in his mouth or something?
I would say I would try to instigate something with the guard, but I can't get out, so it doesn't matter. I would shit talk him, say, I bet you wouldn't fight me. You wouldn't fight me. You would fight me. You got me out or some shit. But no, you can't really get me out of stone.
Yeah, just let me cleave off your arms and legs, and then we'll do battle.
Yeah, real tough over there, being able to use your hands. Real tough guy.
All right, so occasionally over the next few days after that, Cliff comes a few more times, doesn't make any progress. They give you they sparingly give you food and water, seemingly like keeping you partially dehydrated and partially starving at the same time, but not enough to actually do anything. So, just makes him a little bit more uncomfortable.
Time to reduce Aiden's weight. He's gonna get a little thin after this. If he gets out of this.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets thin enough, maybe he can slip an arm out or something.
There's a plan.
I'll slowly get thinner until I'm literally like I have stick arms, and then I can pull my arms out. Easy.
Easy peasy. Huh, I didn't realize I made Aiden and Adas the same age. That's weird.
Next level strats.
That's so weird. Funny how that works.
So this goes on for about a week or so.
Okay.
Let's there we go. when someone else comes to meet with Aiden down there. I'm pretty sure I just need to double check one thing. I'm on Casey's video.
Are you double checking like from the gym scene or from the battle?
No, no.
Are you talking about the current stream?
No.
Oh. I'm curious. What are you reviewing?
Actually, I don't even think this was...
He's reviewing secret GM stuff.
No. So... I'm trying to remember if Aiden was there when this guy was met. I think he was. We're going to assume he was.
Okay.
What do you...
Magical
When he was
assumption.
met where? Like, what... I can maybe
This
help.
was in Galefnius. Yes, yeah, Aiden was there, I remember now. Okay. In fact, this was just before Aiden first registered for the Adventurers Guild. So the person who walks in appears to be Sigmund.
Oh, I knew it! I was thinking that in my head.
Which one's Sigmund again?
So when you guys were in Galefnius, when Aiden was first going to register with the guild, and this was after you guys met with Cosimo, and Cosimo agreed to recommend you guys to get advanced up to, I think it was C grade or something. And then Aiden also needed to register in the first place. So you guys headed to the Adventurers Guild, and right outside the Adventurers Guild,
Cosimo met Sigmund.
Cosimo met with Sigmund, and then after that, Cosimo explained a little bit about who he was. He said was an S-rank adventurer.
Okay.
Yeah, Sigmund is also like in a party with Blaine the Bloody.
Yes, they are part of the same party. So at this point,
Shit's
Sigmund
getting real.
walks in and sits down at the desk and gives you a once over with a raised eyebrow.
What does that mean? He just looks at him with an
Just
eyebrow.
because he's looking at the situation of him being embedded into the floor and
The fuck happened to
burns covering
you?
parts of his body. He's like, you've seen better days, I bet.
You think? Yeah. I mean, I also just haven't seen days. And like, I don't know, how long has it been? What day is it?
Can you even tell in this? Like, can you tell time properly? I don't know if you could, to be honest.
No, if you're in isolation, you cannot tell time properly. He will say that it is August 22nd. That you've been in here for like 9 days.
At 4 o'clock, if you want to know.
No, it'll be morning. So
Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning,
maybe
if
10
you
in the
want to know.
morning. Not that. You're not gonna
He's, he likes to stay up late and, maybe he doesn't sleep. I don't know. I don't know this Sigmund guy.
No sleep.
Yeah, he'll say that it's August 22nd. So, what happened after you guys left Galefnius? Heard that you guys were in the tournament. You did pretty well in that archery tournament, didn't you?
I've done better. I could have done better. That first shot, though, was pretty dope.
He'll kind of shrug. He's like, wish I could have seen it. Wasn't it your friend Theodore, was it, who placed in the top 4?
I stopped paying attention after I lost. I kind of went to work. Got to make some money. I don't know how well he did.
Ah, okay. tell me how. When was the last time you guys saw Cosimo?
At the tournament. It was the last time I personally saw him. Who's you guys?
You and the other party that were with Cosimo when I first met you? He'll kind of shrug. He's like, I don't know what else you would mean by that.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, man. I've been having a rough week. You have to excuse me.
I
For
bet.
Not being 100% able to follow this conversation. Yeah, the last time I saw Cosimo was at the tournament. How's he doing?
He's kind of shrug as well. He's like, I haven't seen him since then either. That was why I asked you.
No.
His party, I think, went south, although I'm not entirely sure.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to find something interesting. He always does. So why are you here, of all people?
Kind of shake his head a little bit. He was like, well, when I arrived in town and went to the Adventurers Guild, there was a request about identifying some people that attempted to assassinate an Archmage. So I was curious, came over, had a nice chat with Archmage Moran. He's a decent guy.
I don't know, decent.
Then I learned that they have a captive by the name of Aiden. I'm like, that name sounds a little bit familiar. So I came down to see.
Oh, I didn't realize that Aiden actually told him his name. Oh, okay. I wasn't here for that.
No, you missed. They got Aiden's Adventurers Guild registration card.
Oh,
because apparently I needed to specify I didn't bring that. Because I didn't specify that I wouldn't bring that made the assumption I did bring that. Gotta love technicalities.
I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
I mean, normally
It's
you
on
wouldn't
me.
bring. I mean,
I know.
yeah, that's a little unrealistic, Matthew. That doesn't make sense that you would bring pieces of ID with you on.
During an assassination attempt.
Yeah, there's no way. My characters would have, or at least Erg might have because he's an idiot, but my other characters wouldn't have. I mean, Theodard wouldn't have for sure. Just that doesn't make sense. There's literally no reason to do that.
I don't think a trained assassin would either.
As was also stated at the time, in case you weren't here, even without that, because they knew that you guys were members of the Adventurers Guild because you identified as such when you were trying to sell them gems.
Oh,
They would have
okay.
descriptions of your
Gotcha.
appearances
I didn't
and
remember
did
that
identification via the Adventurers Guild. This just saved them time and a couple days of effort.
You mean like in terms of bringing people to talk to you like, hey, yeah, that's the guy. Like, that's the guy that signed up with us.
That or dealing with bureaucracy at the Adventurers Guild stuff, all, you know.
Yeah.
Aiden still would have preferred to make him have to waste their time, though. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that makes more sense. Like, you might as well just have it have gone that route. Like, just have it be where they identified them, because it doesn't make sense. They would never bring their IDs.
No. Well, it's been a week, so we can retroactively make
Okay,
that.
well, also, when the rest of the party left to go upriver, nobody mentioned anything about getting Aiden's stuff. So even if Aiden didn't have it with him, Aiden would have left everything in his room at the tavern.
Well, that's because we just didn't think about that. Like, I mean...
Yeah, no. I mean, to be
So,
fair, though,
so maybe they got it from your room in the tavern. Maybe you didn't have it with you, but everyone else forgot to get it out of your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way.
I mean...
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't specify I'm getting hit for details.
Yeah. Ah.
It was bad.
I mean, you can say that, but I mean... Yeah, I mean... It's kind of being like, well, you should have thought about all this
I cannot
before.
assume that every single thing that you guys don't specify, you guys are doing regardless of whether you specify. Okay?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying some things are obvious, and those are kind of obvious. It's just, Like,
I'm just gonna take it as a learning. I'm not gonna get salty about it. I'm just gonna take it as a learning
Well,
experience.
like
yeah,
I said,
I'm not
even
salty.
without that,
I'm just
they would
saying
be able
that.
to get your identification. It might just take an extra 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying. It makes more sense to go that route, is what I'm saying. Like, I
Okay.
don't mind like
And I
actually
don't
doing
disagree
that.
with that.
I'm just saying it
Yeah,
makes more sense. That's all.
yeah. It is what it is. I mean, it's arbitrary at this point.
Like, if they had no other way to get his identification, then this would be obviously more important. But regardless, let's see. What was Sigmund just talking about?
Oh, I mean,
I
if it's
remember.
not important, then just make him do the 2 extra days or something.
I mean, we
I
can.
mean,
We can have that retroactively happen.
Because retroactivity, because it doesn't change anything. I mean, what's
Yeah,
the point?
it doesn't change anything. So
well,
that's why.
I mean, it does technically, because if it takes them 2 or 3 extra days, then that's 2 or 3 extra days where
But that
they
doesn't
don't.
change when Sigmund lands in the city. Like,
I mean,
he
that's
just
true.
happened to see the request of the Adventurers Guild.
That's true.
I mean, and this is like the 9th day of him being captured.
Yeah, they would have figured it out maybe on day 4 or 5, and then they put the.
I mean, if
request
anything,
in
it
on
might have
day 5,
delayed him
6.
getting water by a day.
I mean, I'm still
Exactly.
really not in favor of just taking shortcuts because why not? Like, it just, I
Well,
mean, just go the
Because
more
skipping
reasonable
over
route.
unnecessary details is useful.
Let's just move
All
on.
right, all right.
Let's just move on.
I've stated my piece.
I think one of the biggest reasons why I may have at the time thought about like going through and seeing if I had Aiden having trace and gravity and stuff, but when I was looking at it, everything that Aiden had, the only thing Aiden would not technically bring would be his Adventures Guild card and mining picks. Really, yeah. Everything else were Aiden. If you look at Aiden's stuff, he doesn't have much.
There's no way he wouldn't bring the mining pick. That is crucial for any assassin.
That's like literally it.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, he
like,
can dig through a wall. Easy.
Yeah.
He could really use that mining pick in his teeth right now.
Yeah, he really could use that pick in his teeth right now. Okay, so what's the last thing Sigmund said, or last thing Aiden said?
Trying to remember. Let's see. Sigmund asked you about Cosimo. You said you hadn't met him, so you asked him about Cosimo. He said he hasn't seen him. Then you asked why he was here. He said that he's found the request of the Adventurers Guild, talked to the Archmage for a bit, came down here, then found you. It's like, so, how did you get yourself round up in all of this?
I mean, I'm assuming magic. I don't know any other way of getting people stuck in grounds. Do you know a way?
He's going to look at the stars like, yeah, that's definitely magic.
Also, wait, what the fuck? There's no way Sigmund gave a shit about us.
No, he doesn't. He saw a thing in a request, so Sigmund went to go answer the request.
Like, the name Aiden was not on the request.
Okay, but I mean,
He
how...
didn't learn the name until he was talking with the Archmage, and then the Archmage said the wording is like, that sounds vaguely familiar.
I mean, would Sigmund have even noticed us? Like, I just kind of got the feeling that he had better things to do and couldn't give a shit about anybody else. That's the feeling I got when we were introduced to his character, so there's no way he'd even recognize us. Like, that just seems weird.
The only thing I can think
So
of,
I do agree that he wouldn't recognize the name because Cosimo never mentioned your names in front of him. So that him recognizing the name doesn't really make sense.
But like, how would he remember all the faces of the party or something like that? Like, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't
Very
make
good
sense.
people.
He doesn't care. Like, he didn't talk to any of us.
No, he really didn't.
He
But
literally,
he
like,
noticed that
completely...
you guys were standing near Cosimo, and that makes you at least a little bit notable.
Okay. I mean, I just got the feeling that since he just left without even saying a word to anybody, he didn't give a shit, and we were nobodies.
Well, part of that was because he was saying that he was in a hurry and wanted to meet with Cosimo more later.
Okay. I mean, I just got that impression that he was kind of an asshole when we met him,
Yeah.
and he didn't care about anybody.
I mean, he's kind of grouped with Blame the Bloody, who's also an asshole. So he's an asshole and a charlatan. Bitch can't do nothing without his angel. Should have lost the embassy over Cosimo. And that lion. Should have got mauled by that lion.
Yeah, and Edmund.
Yeah, and Edmund. Don't you,
Yeah, none of that happened.
He's a fucking sham. If I was an angel, I'd want Edmund. That guy's a badass.
Edwin.
Yeah,
Edmund.
can I pick Edwin? Can I just pick Edwin? Edwin, get his character, because he's sick.
Yeah, does he have anything that Jaster has? That'd be great. Teamwork, preemptive, pragmatism, vengefulness, order.
In it. The other ones don't make much of a difference for the main thing. He would need order.
Does he have any order in him?
Let's find out.
Because that'd be a dope-ass character. Just send a message. Hey, remember those people you fought and had some really good fights against? Yeah. Help them. Why?
All your wildest dreams will come true. Yeah, what about intuition over reason?
He doesn't seem like that type of person to me.
Yeah, he doesn't to me either. But still, I had to ask.
I feel like Order might have a chance because I know his society. He comes from the place of Fury Crafters, and their society is a very
The place of Fury
Crafters.
Crafters.
I can't remember the name of it.
Ania, yeah.
Ania.
I know they have a Roman-esque society, which is about order. So, I mean, it's possible.
It is indeed possible. But we will figure this out at a later time.
Yeah, that doesn't have to happen now.
So, anyways, so because this is the ninth day of you being captured. This is after Jaster has already become a lesser archangel.
Okay.
So Jaster would be able to tell that Sigmund definitely does have a connection to an angel.
Okay. I mean, there's not a great deal I can do about that.
Yeah.
In addition, he has a soulbound artifact as well.
It's also not really surprising considering Blaine had an angel. You kind of assume everybody in the party has an angel then.
Yeah, at that point.
That would be a safest.
Well, I mean, several members of Osimo's group did. Brayson did. Duran did. I don't know who else did. Those are the only two that I know for a fact did because those are the two that use divine guidance.
Yeah. It's also possible everybody in Cosmo's group might have it, or only half of them, or something like that.
Select individuals, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if Cosmo had angels too. An angel, I should say. He's got several angels.
He's got damn, he's a badass.
I don't serve the angels. The angels serve me.
Cosmo's head game a little big there.
Yeah, sounds like Cosmo to me.
You're not wrong. Okay. I mean, do anyone else other than Sigmund have connections to angels? Does the Archmage have a connection to an angel?
Let's see, that reaches out to 10 feet per soul level. Yeah, 10 feet per soul level. What is your soul level?
6, so 60 feet.
60 feet.
I don't know, it depends on where you have them stored. And I'm assuming it's a 60 feet
radius sphere.
Yeah, radius sphere. So it's like, that's pretty good. How big's a house, realistically?
I mean, the house is pretty big.
I don't know. I feel like you'd eventually walk past.
Well, the one we were going to was a mansion, so.
Yeah, that's fair. What fucking room, I'm trying to think. It would have to be one of the upstairs rooms, or maybe in that one room that we didn't go into because it's all dusty and decrepit.
No, you're not in that room.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe they have a basement. Or maybe there was a mysterious hand in the backyard. Maybe they had an underground labyrinth.
You mean the mysterious hand that vanished after the
Yes,
first day?
it was very suspicious that it vanished like that. I think that's where you are now.
Yep. that hand actually opens a portal.
Yes, to this dark room.
Now you're thinking we're portals. Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
so you are not quite close enough to have a chance of identifying them.
Okay.
So you don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Alright, well, cool. I now know. I mean, that's really useless information, unfortunately. Angelic sense doesn't really do me a whole lot. Hey, the guy you're talking to has an angel.
I mean,
I know you don't really know a whole great deal about that. So here's random information. Here's a vision. Just fucking take all the vision.
Oh, dude, we could have an angel battle now. Yeah,
Yeah, we can.
angel battle.
Unfortunately, we can't have Jasper do that because we're doing that in the past. So
Oh yeah.
actually, because it's been 9 days, we are pretty much close to present, I think. We're like 2 days back.
oh really? Oh, okay.
3 days, 3 days.
What about we could do a team battle with the angels, where the angels like you call each other's angels in.
No.
Damn, that would be sick. We could have an angels be angels battle. That would be.
I mean, you would have to have an acolyte here in a situation like.
Yeah.
I was actually worried that we were going to have an angel battle against the big Witten's angel.
Yeah, that would have sucked because he's probably like God or something.
Yeah, who knows how powerful that dude is?
Yep. He's at least halfway to God.
Oh,
Okay, let's.
you saw him use divine protection. That's about it. So that's only a mid-tier archangel.
Oh yeah, he's not as good as Blaine. Blaine's angel, that is. Blaine's angel is
Blaine
fucking
angel.
ridiculous. And probably Sigmund's angel too.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're both the same angel.
They might be. That's a good point. Or they could be, angels in a party.
Like ours?
Yeah, like ours.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe they're a separate faction that also came to Aynor to investigate the same thing. I have no idea.
That would be pretty crazy.
Oh my god, there could be multiple factions acting for the same goal, and whoever gets there first gets the prize. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Okay, so anyways, Sigmund.
What will Sigmund say?
Let's see, the last thing you said, or the last thing you asked was how you got wound up and all that, and you just talked about stone.
Yeah. Oh, I remember he said, "How do you get round up?" And I says, "I have no idea. I'm assuming magic,
Yeah.
because you know how to do this shit."
And you're like, yeah, that's definitely magic. Yeah.
Know any way of getting out of magic stuff? Because I don't.
Hilna says, yeah, a few.
Want to spare a tip for a friend?
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrows like, maybe after I complete the request for the guild. I've kind of already accepted it.
That's fair.
Okay, so he's going to then pull a piece of parchment out of his pocket and set it on the desk before unfolding it and spreading it out. And then he'll take a look at it while speaking. It's like, so tell me, which of your friends did not participate in the attack?
Oh. I mean, I wouldn't call the people who are attacking were friends. Associates, maybe.
He'll just show. He's like, well, yeah, true. I don't really care whether they're friends or not. So should I just mark down that all of them were involved?
Who you got on the list, bud?
He'll give a slight smile.
Be easier if you give me a list.
It would be easier if you gave me a list.
Hey, man, I already told you, my memory is not the greatest right now. I might need a refresher in names.
Don't worry about it. Your memory's fine.
I don't know, man. I haven't slept, like, in a long time. It's kind of hard.
Just cast Sharpen Mind!
I see everything. I see the world.
I see the world. Oh, yeah. Isn't that what happened when Erg got it or something?
No, when Brayson got it.
Oh, when Brayson got it.
Like, everything just became so much clearer.
Oh my god, everything makes so much sense now. I thought that Erg got that too, and it was like, so this is what it feels like to be smart or something.
No, I don't think it happened yet.
Oh, maybe we were joking about it.
Yeah, we've joked about it. It would be amazing if it happened, and then Erg would get stupid again in the next minute, but it would still be amazing to see it happen.
I honestly think that would be such cruel and unusual torture.
I mean, Erg doesn't know any better, so I guess so. Yeah.
For that 1 minute, though, he would know better.
Yeah, he would.
And
What if I missed my entire life? Oh, God!
And then that minute goes by, and Erg's like, Erg, what, Erg, what happened to Erg?
Erg strong?
No,
What?
Erg was smart. Erg was smart again. And he just breaks down into a crippling depression, knowing that he used to be smart, but just can't. He's just not anymore smart. Just
that's the real question. Would Erg even realize that he was smart at one point? I don't think he would.
I feel like he would.
He would. No, he would. I think honestly, it makes more sense in character for him to think like Erg. Erg was strange second go. What happened, Erg? Something like that.
It was like, but the moment before that, before he loses it, he's like desperate, like, I can't forget this. How do I make sure I remember?
And then he forgets, and that's the saddest part. That's also the most amusing, and this is why I love Erg.
Oh my god! I intended to get to level 3 on my magic just to fuck with Erg down. I
don't want to get Erg to ever. He's never gonna have quick thinking. Erg will never have it.
Oh my god! I might just get fucking because what Sharpened Mind is Awakened Mind.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, because Sharpened Mind just makes it to where you pass your save. That's all that does.
I think yes, Adash should be the one to do this. He would derive a sick pleasure from this experience.
Oh, he would most certainly find so much joy in this. And if he ever just wanted to fuck with Erg for a good second, because Awakened Mind, you don't even need to touch him, or you just need to be in range. I want to look that up. Awakened Mind. Target within the range. So that just means anytime Erg is just pissing him off for whatever reason, is me with this stupid screaming out of Erg strong repetitively.
But Erg likes friend Adash.
It lasts 10 minutes, not the last 8 minutes. So it's 10 minutes. That changes things. He would remember 10 minutes of his life being super smart.
No, you wouldn't remember that you were super smart. You'd remember what you did. But remembering
writing out complex mathematical formulas. Afterwards, he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
I've solved cold fusion. No one will ever know, though, because I literally just used the paper to wipe my ass the next day.
That'd be amazing, just to awaken Erg's mind to have.
He's a super genius.
Have these incredible in-depth conversations for 10 minutes, and then as the 9th minute comes by, Adass will just remind Erg, "Hey, I'll be like being done in 50 seconds."
This is something.
And then as you have your crisis for the next 50 seconds, Adass is just deriving incredible amounts of sick pleasure.
Unlimited power!
Can we just have all the tier? Can I just have all my magic skills be tier 3 automatically, Myth? That'd be great. You know how much fun we would have? You know how much fun we would have? All the fun.
I mean, all you have to do is spend more ability points.
I don't. There's how many things I can have. That's the problem.
I mean, it sounds like a personal problem. You got like 5 slots open right now.
Yeah, that's not enough. I need more slots, man.
I still
Have you got
imagine
any?
Erg like getting all philosophical. What does it mean to be strong?
What is the true nature of strength?
Yeah. I must study further.
That's actually a philosophical. There's actually a philosophical question they asked you in Nice Republic too, and you learned this from someone who's not unlike Erg, a big stupid Wookiee.
Hmm.
I shit you not.
Ah,
His entire purpose is just to proceed to murder people.
that sounds an awful lot like Erg. Yeah.
And yeah, that's the lesson of strength. You learn it from
What?
him.
That's a lesson of
You learn
strength. What?
the lesson of strength from that stupid Wookiee. It's amazing. It involves, but however, it does involve mentally breaking the Wookiee. So I don't know how Eric would feel about that.
I mean, Erg's mentally broken already, so what does that mean?
I mean, so is the Wookiee, but like it's like even fracturing him more.
Oh, so
It's
basically
like
just making his life a living hell is what you're talking about, not...
basic.
Okay, well, I mean, Erg has no opinion on this either way, because the Wookiee was obviously way weaker than Erg.
I don't know. That Wookiee survived the shuttle crash.
Well,
And
Erg would also survive a shuttle crash, he would say.
Earth would survive being crushed by a shuttle. He would find a way.
So did Hanhar. So did Hanhar.
Okay, so anyways, Sigmund is going to start asking about some of the events that happened during the attack.
Oh man, it was fucking wild.
So while you guys were climbing through the window to make it to the second floor, well, let's see. No, he would say this in a different way.
I mean, I heard this strange music in the background, as if it was like, what was going on with that?
I don't know, dude. I was listening. I had my AirPods in, so I don't know what they were listening to.
Dun-na-na. Dun-na-na.
He would say, he would word it in that. So I heard you guys snuck in through the second floor.
Who told you that?
A certain dude with multiple arrow injuries.
Oh, how's that guy doing?
He's like you. He's been better. I think he's taking a leave of absence or something right now. I don't really know the details.
Damn. Are any of his wounds crippling?
He'll raise an eyebrows like, you think I took a look at his injuries?
I don't know. Maybe they mentioned
I
it.
got better things to do than that.
Hey, man, I need something here.
Like, well, you can feel comfort in knowing that he's having a very bad week.
I prefer it to be a bad life.
Oh, no need for such negativity.
Hey, you're not the one with burns and inside of a rock.
True.
Yeah, I mean, this guy just
But
took
the
a few
key
arrows
is
to the
staying
knee.
positive, okay?
I am positive that I hope my arrows cause a severe infection and he dies. How's that for positivity for you?
Well, one step at a time.
I'll tell you what, thank you for that. I can now focus on the potential possibility that he will die from a severe infection. Thank you for giving me something to look forward to.
Yeah, he'll turn his head a little bit. He's like, what did that guy ever do to you before this happened? I'm so confused.
Before? Oh, no. You see, we can't talk about that.
Well, he gave me this strange glare, and it really pissed me off. Just
Yeah,
decided his whole family deserved to die.
See, before I put an arrow in him, he fired this weird-ass metal thing at me, and it blew up. And I kind of went deaf for a little bit. It was so I kind of
That was the Archmage who did that,
no,
and he never got injured.
No, he fired one too.
You mean
The mage?
the metal thing was only fired twice. Once by the Archmage, the second guy was at Trayson outside.
Then what? Well, one of the mages fired an explosive thing that caused deafness.
it was like he threw the gem in and then shot a laser through the gem, which refracted everywhere and caused the blindness.
Oh, okay. I'll rephrase my
There
statement.
was one who did the small little glass orb, which flew past you and then exploded near your ears, and that caused deafness and blindness.
Well, I know I passed the blind check. Aiden never went blind, but I know you went deaf from that explosion then. Okay. So I want to rephrase that. So prior to me putting arrows with him, well, he fired this weird thing at me that went boom. I couldn't. He deafened me for a little bit. So the way I saw it,
I thought he was talking about the guard that we shot like 4 times.
So as you're saying this, Sigmund would also pipe in as like, wait, so you're talking about the Archmage's disciple?
I don't know, man. I put arrows in a lot of people. It's kind of
okay. Yeah. The only guy I talked to about this was the captain of the guard, who you guys put like 3 arrows into and nearly killed immediately after opening the door.
Is this you speaking, Myth, or Sigmund speaking?
This is Sigmund. Yeah, he's the one who's having a very bad day or bad week right now.
Damn. What about the other guy put arrows in?
Well, that changes things completely.
Disciple?
I hope the other guy
he's
heals.
Completely fine right now.
Oh, well, see, there you go. You crushed my positivity.
Yeah, he'll nod a little bit. He's like, yeah, well, at least we clear up a little bit of confusion here.
Yeah, great.
So you only vehemently hate the disciple and the captain of the guard. You guys didn't actually have anything against.
Hey, man, that guy, unfortunately, was in a situation that he was just in the wrong place. I would prefer not to have to. But that disciple dude, the way I saw it, he took my ears, so I tried to take his lung. Clearly not as successful as I thought it was.
Not quite. Well, partially because being the disciple of an archmage, you might get special treatment.
Mm-hmm.
The captain of the guard, though, he looks like he'll be out of commission for a bit.
That's disappointing.
Did he receive injuries from all of the hits? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Well, you guys did like 2 assassination arrows on him, and
yeah.
Fire arrows. Yeah, we did some severe damage. I'm still kicking myself for not assassinating the little archmage. I'm sorry, no, for not assassinating the disciple. Because that guy had no resistance.
The little archmage.
Let's face it, you're either big something or little something. You're either big one or little one. You're big archmage or little archmage.
Big lion or little lion.
Exactly. Gotta simplify.
Or alpha holy fuck lion. But yeah.
Well, that's the big.
Well, you don't get to just choose to be that. Fate is what decides whether you're the alpha holy fuck lion.
Yeah, I classify that as a big lion. He gets 2
checks. Big lion.
I still prefer my name better, Alpha Holy Fuck Lion. I mean, that's way cooler.
No. That's his name. I'm saying his classification.
Oh, okay.
He's the big lion. He gets 2 checks next to it.
Whoa. I'll be right back.
I use an X check system for a lot of things. He gets 2 checks.
An X checks.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, well, that guy just happened to be standing in the way. Most unfortunate.
Yeah. So...
Speedy recovery to him.
So you guys came in through the 2nd floor. I would presume that you were hoping the Archmage's quarters were in that wing of the building?
50-50.
True, 50-50. Got kind of close, I mean, you got the wrong of the 2 50-50s, but you got as close as you can get with being wrong.
Is that supposed to cheer me up?
Take it as you will. I mean, I still encourage positivity in general, but there's just note it in the sense that there's always room for improvement. And next time, you still would have a 50-50 chance, but maybe you'll get it right.
Oh, yeah. You're cute next time.
So while you guys were doing this and peppering that poor guards captain with multiple arrows,
They're pretty good
one of your
shots.
friends appeared to choose to barrel through multiple windows back to back to back.
The fuck?
Are you aware of that?
No.
You have some weird acquaintances, man. I will say that.
You're telling me they do some weird shit, man. And, I don't know, man. And one of them's really fucking weird. He's obsessed with like some blood and shit. I don't know, man. It's fucking.
Some blood and shit.
I don't know, dude. He comes back bloody. I don't ask questions about it. As you can see, I'm not exactly the most stand-up citizen in the world, so I don't get to ask these type of questions. It's weird, fucking weird.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Some of my party members are also, they have their quirks. So
I
anyways,
mean, the bloodied. Yeah, I call that a quirk.
that's something I don't want to be reminded of. Thank you very much. But
And I don't like to be reminded of the fact I'm stuck in stone. But yet here we are.
true. Point well taken. He's gonna shake his head a little bit. He's like, at least you have an avenue to get out.
Oh yeah?
Mr. Blaine over there is not likely to ever get away from that.
I have an avenue to get out. Please enlighten me.
He'll tap his finger on the parchment beside him. It's like, I only have a few more questions.
Does enlightenment come after these questions?
Does the what come after?
Does the enlightenment come after the questions?
Oh, enlightenment of how you can get out.
Yeah.
It's like, well, after the request is completed, depends on. So once the guild makes a decision on that, you'll probably be fined some amount or something like that, and then you'll be free to go.
What? Wait, what? Seriously?
He'll raise an eyebrow. He's like, you do know that being a member of the Adventurers Guild comes with perks, right?
I didn't think it comes with the type of perk of, hey, you tried to murder a dude, just pay a fine.
Well, because you didn't actually kill him, nor did you cause huge amounts of infrastructure damage. You guys broke a couple windows and turned over a table, which is mostly destroyed. And I think there was like a stolen longsword and a shield or something. So yeah, I mean, the families of the guards that were killed will be receiving some compensation.
Yeah, that's
And
unfortunate.
it's not like you're going to be given a death sentence just for that.
Huh. Son of a bitch.
He'll look towards you and he's like I said, positivity is important. There's no need to be so negative.
Man. I mean, does he know I'm Meridian? Does he know Aiden's Meridian?
I think that he probably assumes that even if he doesn't know it, because
Yeah,
a lot of people are.
Yeah, I mean, Aiden will say Acedonians, right? Is what he's an Acedonian. Is that what is Acedon? Acedonian? Is that?
Cosimo. I don't know if he ever said anything about that. He said that he's an S-rank adventurer, but
Okay. Well, I mean, is the guilds? Is the Acedonian guilds, right? Yeah. Okay.
yes, yeah, the Acedonian
Yeah,
guilds is where the
Aiden
adventure
would
guild is.
say, "Man, you Acedonians are a lot nicer than where I'm from."
Yeah, He kind of chuckles and was like, well, yeah, that's kind of why so many people are trying to leave Meridia right now.
I will say this much, though. It's beautiful during the summer.
In Meridia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I unfortunately have not gotten a good chance to go there yet, so... But I have heard decent things sometimes.
Yeah.
Similar to Ania. Spoken with Edwin about that once or twice, and it seems to be a decent place.
I'm surprised you talked about it. I heard it not very talkative when it comes about that. To be fair, though, I've only met maybe a handful of Fearcrafters, and the one I have known the longest, he's kind of a bitch. Kind of a little bitch. He doesn't like to talk to people.
Yeah, most of the Indians are not very outgoing, but generally the ones that are especially this far south in the continent, they're usually a special breed.
Mm. Okay, so what are your additional questions?
So, it appears that one of your acquaintances attempted to steal a horse.
He did what now?
He attempted to ride the horse bareback in full plate mail
What a badass!
through in the midst of a battle with arrows and weapons being swung in multiple directions. The
I'm back.
horse has multiple injuries now.
Oh, poor horse.
Nothing too serious, thankfully. The horse is going to make a full recovery. Is already pretty well
So I guess
taken
he
care of.
told Aiden about the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about several points of the battle. So the guild needs to know: was this Trayson who was on the horse?
Who?
The one in heavy armor.
No, I mean, I don't know that name. That doesn't.
He's just gonna look at you blankly, like you've been traveling with him for over a month. You're registered in his party at the Adventurers Guild.
What,
I think he's actually going to facepalm at this point.
No. Was Urg in heavy? No, he was in chainmail. Never mind. I'm trying to remember if Urg was in heavy armor at that time or not.
No, because this was after the big combat change. So.
Yeah, because I remember. I'm trying to remember now. Okay. Yeah. I don't think Trayson was there, dude. I mean, he's not going to be the only dude around here with heavy armor.
He'll make a brief note on the parchment.
I can tell you there's a lot of heavy dudes in heavy armor over in Evanware. A lot. So I can tell you right now, just because Chasen wears heavy armor doesn't make it he's going to be the one dude in heavy armor riding around a goddamn horse. What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck's the dude doing on a horse?
Tegner's just going to shake his head. Wish I knew.
Did he kick ass on a horse? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, he appears not to have been very familiar with riding, at least bareback. He had to jump off and flee beforehand, or afterwards. So Sigmund just shrugs. He's like, I don't really know much of the details. Just going by what I've heard.
That's amazing. And all the things in the world, a fucking horse.
So going back to the person who jumped through windows repeatedly.
Erg strong!
This is Aiden actually laughing. He's like, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Because he has no clue what the fuck happened down there.
Yeah. This is the first Aiden's hearing about any of this. It's like, what the fuck did those guys do while you guys were getting wrecked by the Archmage?
Yeah, so it's just like, what the fuck?
Erg strong! Window no stand chance against Erg.
They're over here jumping through windows and riding horses. Is it a carnival? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to shake those. Like I said earlier, you have some weird acquaintances.
Oh
but anyways, the description obtained from the guards matches the description of Erg, one of your other acquaintances.
What's the description they gave?
Big man with axes.
Hold on. Okay, he's going to pull out another piece of parchment, set that on the table, and unfold that to read a portion of that. He's like, let's see here. Very conspicuous red-dyed mohawk. Covered in tattoos.
Of dragons and daggers and other demons.
Weapons. That wouldn't be included on the...
No, you're not doing Erg justice. Come on, man. Why would you do that to Erg?
Hawk with red mohawk, excuse me, with tattoos and axes. Yeah, that's probably Erg. I'll tell you this much. That wasn't Trayson. After the gladiatorial combat, he kind of grew more accustomed to using lighter armor than the heavy armor he was. He liked the increased mobility that he had, so he's been trying to play around with that more than anything else.
Sigma's just going to raise numbers like that. Okay, that makes sense, considering that eyewitnesses of him going to the Adventurers Guild and then going to the riverboat and then heading up to Evanweir all mention him in heavy armor.
No, after that, Trayson switched to his medium armor myth in order to avoid suspicion. Because Trayson's been walking around in his heavy armor, so very few people have actually seen what his physical appearance looks like other than his heavy armor. So after the battle, and that's one of the reasons why Trayson didn't have to do a roll. If I remember correctly, to see if people recognize him or not. It was everyone else who did, because he got out of his heavy armor and was wearing his brigantine armor the entire time.
Okay, apparently I never wrote that down. Fun time.
Yeah.
Too many details. This is why I was
I know.
prepared for this. But anyways, let's see.
Yeah, apparently, lugging around a big shield and heavy armor slows you down. Who would have guessed?
Sigmund will just grin and was like, yes, tell that to Blaine.
Yeah, so he said it's been a while since he fought in a lighter armor like that, and kind of liked the idea of it again. So the last time I saw him in his heavy armor was pretty much immediately after we got back from the tournament. Then he started walking around in his medium armor again.
So just 2 more questions, and then I think they have another meal prepared for you after that. So upstairs, after you started to be overwhelmed by the guards and Archmage's disciples, and you guys ran toward the front of the building, only one of you made it out, leaping from the window down towards, actually very close by to where the horse had ran past.
Did he land on the horse?
No, although I think that
would have been amazing.
think they may have attempted that and not succeeded or something. I'm not entirely sure.
That would
The guards did
be
report that it was very. They described it as cool.
as what?
Cool.
What?
Cool?
Yeah, sleeping from the window and then just jumping up to the wall in cover of the horse cavalry. So, anyways,
Theodore's running for his life, screaming. He was like
your
blind.
burnt body was found right next to where this person ran past. So, do you have any idea of the person who abandoned you burning in the house?
To be honest, no. I honestly was probably concussed from the giant explosions that were somehow going off between the Archmage and his little assholes firing explosive shit and trying to blind me with fucking magic. I don't say flashbang because flashbang is not a proper term at this time. But like trying to flash me with these magical gems with light.
Well, you could just say, I mean, there was a flash and there was a bang, and, I think I'll call them flashbangs. Seems like a decent word for it,
Yeah, we're going to go with that, yeah.
I've coined the term.
Yeah, I expect royalties.
He's going to make a few more notes.
I don't know. I really don't know who the fuck that was. At that point, everything was kind of going south. Everyone was kind of peeling for it. And I was just trying to not get blown the fuck up. Instead, I got burnt the fuck up. So, there's that.
Okay. So, as for the other individuals, one person struck down by the guards upstairs, another leaping through the window towards the back of the house, and then a few others escaping over the eastern wall. Were you acquainted with any of the others that participated in the assault?
Those guys. Well, hold up. Did the one that wasn't slain, did he get away? Or did he die jumping out of a window like a punk?
Sigmund will look up from his paper. He's like, "That's not written on here," so he'll shrug.
That's disappointing.
I don't have that in my notes. Sorry.
Those guys. Yeah, they were a friend of a friend. I never got their names. All I know is that one of them was doing a pretty good job. The other one kind of sucked at what he was doing.
Sigmund will nod as he jots down a few more notes. It's like, fascinating. So finally, this will be the last question. Why did you try to kill the Archmage?
He had shiny things, man.
A coordinated two-pronged assault. Not the same as an attempt at theft. You realize that everything valuable in that house was on the lower floor.
We had a very good assumption that some of the more valuable things was probably kept by the Archmage. And I don't know about the word coordinated there. One of them was jumping through a window, and the other one got on a horse. I don't know how coordinated this was.
I never said effective.
I don't understand how the fuck this would. I don't know how you go from fighting to jumping through windows and get on a horse. I don't know how the fuck that works. I'm glad the people downstairs are having fun.
Yeah, I mean, windows exist to be broken, obviously.
Clearly. I mean, I'm glad the people downstairs had fun. Because I can tell you right now, getting blown the fuck up is not fun.
Everyone's going to nod his head a few times. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to put myself in your situation.
Yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it.
Okay, so I think he's going to, after jotting down a few last notes, stand up and give you a, I guess, courteous bow, I guess. Very, very slight courteous bow, and it'll be like, so I'll go and report my findings, and they should treat you a bit better now.
So what type of fine are we talking here? Labor? Money? Because they kind of took all my shit. I really don't have money. Do I get my shit back?
He'll glance at the doors like, and he's like, I assume that they would just put all of that towards your fine. That's not really my decision. But in terms of how you pay your fine, that's between you guys and the Adventurers Guild.
You guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess they have penalties for murder hoboing. Who knew?
Yeah.
I guess, right? Who'd have thunk?
Damn. They thought ahead,
Were
didn't
you
they?
there when
Huh?
when
what?
Sigmund said that there were perks to being in the Adventurers Guild?
Huh? No.
He said,
Okay.
yeah, no, he said there's perks for being in the Adventures Guild.
Because you guys didn't actually assassinate the Archmage and you didn't like destroy the entire building, and the only people you killed were like 2 low-ranking guards. You're not being given a death sentence. All it is a fine and some compensation for the families of the deceased.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Well, that's surprising.
That's what I
I mean-
said.
That's why Sigmund was like, be positive.
Well, Aiden, you may not die. Congratulations.
Right?
Welcome
Hey,
back.
Can I get XP for being tortured all this time? We both have level 5?
You weren't tortured.
I don't know. Steeping in your own shit, and in your burns while.
Okay, just because I skipped over the fact that they would bring in a chamber pot does not mean that you're steeped in your own shit.
I
know,
need to poop.
I'm Steven ass. But I would define being forced to be inside of a rock, alone in isolation, while sitting in your burns as torture. Depends on your definition if you consider consolidated confinement to be torture or not. According to most medical professionals, it is. We're very
You're
social.
definitely not going to give 43 XP from it. Holy shit. You're not even close to level 5.
Well, how about just give me a bump a little bit, huh?
At the moment, nothing. We'll see if that changes.
Hey, Trayson got to level up while being tortured.
I think he completed a goal, though, didn't he?
Yes, you did. I'm just being an ass.
Therefore, I think that everyone who gets tortured gets a free level up. I think that's fair. I think
This
that's
sounds like a
fair.
perfect plan.
I think that's very fair. I like this idea. Let's do it.
Okay, so anyway, Sigmund heads out, and then they have a guard come and give you a meal and a drink. I guess they're going to bring you a pillow that they can sit under your ass so you're not quite so sore from sitting on the stone.
Hey, you want to lower my arms? That way I can actually lay
The
down.
guard is going to be like,
I am not talented.
Beyond me, man.
Hey, man, it doesn't have to be you, but if you can do it, that'd be great.
And Shrug's like, I'll pass it along.
I guess they could just bring a chair and let him lay his head down on it.
Something. It's kind of hard to sleep in this position, man.
Okay, let's... Sigmund's going to head out and report that stuff.
Man, Trayson is so fucked.
What are you talking about? Trayson is so fucked. Erg is so fucked. They actually positively know Erg.
I'm hoping the cover story I made for Trayson's good enough.
I still find it hilarious. You actually had
Because-
the guards describe Theodore jumping out of the window, like, probably screaming in panic, like, "Ah!" Blind, and then he gets unblinded like right before he jumps out of the window, and then jumps over the wall. That's cool.
Yeah, I think
That's-
the reason why I said that is I think that when you did that, you had like a very high agility check.
That might be true. Yeah, I don't
Like,
Not only
remember.
that, you're also being covered by a fucking stampeding horse, by a giant metal man with a big ass sword, attempting to
Calculated.
And there's probably fire coming out of the window from Aiden burning.
Hey,
Because
man,
cool
I know
kids
we
don't
just
look
lost-
at explosions.
I know. We just lost you dudes. Well, those guys are pretty fucking cool. That's the important part. That's what truly matters. Did we look cool while we were failing? And obviously we did. So, man, that's worth some XP.
For everyone except you, because you didn't look cool while burning to death, that's for sure.
I did look cool as I put some arrows in some bitches.
Achievement get. Now you need to add a new achievement. Looking cool in combat.
Oh, wait, actually, Aiden did get some XP because he did complete several achievements during that
Achievements, which we
fight.
never did. Yeah.
We'll have to take a look at the video at some point, because I know you got the critical hit one.
Yeah. We got the critical
Yeah.
hit. We got to deal 30 damage. I know we did over 30 damage. I don't think we recorded it, though. Maybe he got rookie numbers, too. I don't know. But I know you got 30
Yeah.
damage for sure.
We'll have to figure out exactly which ones, because he definitely did get critical hit and day at the range.
I'll have to check. Either way.
Yeah.
Oh, you also got my leg. My leg!
Yeah, I don't know if was that during that fight. I don't think he was in any other fight. It must have been during that fight.
It was during the that fight, thanks to his tactical striking.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we'll just have to figure out which other ones he got.
Yeah, because it was the first time we were actually using the achievement system. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we missed some.
And you
Okay.
could have even gotten an attack from stealth and inflict an injury.
Which
I
I'm
don't
sure
know
I
if you-
did on that guard captain.
I'm actually not entirely sure. I think that one of the attacks did not, because he had like pierce resistance or something.
Oh, maybe. We have to go back. Either way,
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I have no doubt in my mind though we got those are rookie numbers 1. I have no doubt in my mind about that.
Yeah. Is anything going to happen with Aiden? I think that might be the end of the mini session with him.
Okay.
I've got to
Okay.
go back and figure out the exact terms of the, because I don't remember exactly how many windows were broken and stuff like that. So I don't know how big the fines total is going to be.
3 windows on the right side were broken. Trayson popped one of the windows off. It didn't break. He just popped it off and put it down because he got a crit on a mic check on that, or I don't know what type of check.
But it's like when Erg and the others were getting ready to leave on the eastern side of the house. I don't remember if they broke that window or not. Casey, do you remember?
I don't.
And then-
On the easternmost, so I know Erg jumped through the first window outside. I don't think he jumped through, and I don't remember if. I don't think he was. Was he the first one out of that other side?
I don't
window?
even remember. We'd have to
I
look
don't
that up.
remember.
Yeah, I don't
And
remember
then-
either. I don't. I
think
really don't.
I think it was a longsword and some sort of shield that was broken or stolen, and then
A longsword wasn't stolen. Aiden took the longsword, but then it was...
Oh, okay. It was Aiden then, yeah.
Yeah, Aiden
Aiden
took the
just-
longsword, so it didn't matter.
Didn't somebody else take something from the upstairs room? Was it I don't remember if it was Theodore.
No,
or
it
not.
was-
No, there wasn't anything
no.
else to take upstairs.
Yeah, it was just that one longsword,
Oh, okay.
and Aiden took it because all you had was a short sword for melee weapons.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, fuck it, longsword. Why not?
Yeah, Theodore didn't take
Well,
anything.
I'll figure out the exact price of that, and then Aiden will be informed of that. And we'll work out what he does with his equipment, or what they do with his equipment.
Please don't take my recurve bow.
Hmm.
I'll give you everything else.
Sigmund
recurve.
pulls it out from behind his back. Oh, you mean this?
I'll give you the longbow, the short sword, and the longsword.
The longsword that you stole.
Shh. No, that's my longsword. I don't know what the fuck happened to the other longsword. It's probably that other dude that was upstairs with me.
Sounds about right. That dude that you happen to not know who the hell they were.
I didn't take a longsword, man. That was mine. Prove otherwise.
Okay, so anyways, I think that's the end of the mini session.
All right,
So,
I guess
congratulations, Aiden, just to stay alive.
Hey! I'm gonna go ahead and
Cool.
end that recording then.
That's good.